Welcome to the 2052 Metropolitan Transportation Plan Virtual Open House. This open house is hosted by the El Paso Metropolitan Planning Organization, and we're excited to share information about the upcoming plan and its development process with you. What is the MTP? To get started, let's introduce the Metropolitan Transportation Plan, or MTP. The MTP is a long-range planning document looking at least 20 years ahead. The plan is updated every 4 years in the El Paso region due to federal air quality conformity standards. The MTP establishes the long-term transportation policy agenda for the region and outlines regional transportation priorities. It identifies transportation projects to meet regional transportation goals over the plan's horizon while remaining fiscally constrained. For this MTP, the plan horizon is from 2026 to 2052. Schedule. The planning process for the 2052 MTP kicked off in the fall of 2024. The process started with an exploration of existing conditions in the region, as well as developing a preliminary vision and goals. As part of this open house, you will have the opportunity to voice your priorities for the regional goals. Moving into winter, a public open house and this virtual meeting introduce this planning process to the public and invite the public to participate. Progressing forward, performance measures will be updated, followed by project nominations. Spring and summer of this year continue the process with transportation and land use studies and financial planning. Projects that were nominated in winter will be evaluated and prioritized, and the public engagement process will continue with a community survey. As the year comes to an end, projects that were nominated in winter will be evaluated and prioritized, and the public engagement process will continue with a community survey. As the year comes to an end, the project selection process will occur, along with an air quality analysis. A second public open house will introduce the community to the selected projects. As fall of 2025 progresses into winter and 2026, the draft MTP will be produced, incorporating public feedback from various engagement opportunities. The last leg of the process occurs from spring to fall of 2026, with the official public comment period and adoption of the final document. Regional population. As stated, this MTP process started with exploring regional characteristics. So population data, including where people live and work. That's an important component to identifying regional transportation needs. Decisions can be made to satisfy the regional transportation needs based on magnitude and location of population. Population density is highest in downtown areas and along major transportation corridors. Fatal crash hotspots. Next, crash data was looked at to identify common locations of fatal crashes, which can help pinpoint locations for safety improvements that could minimize crash severity or reduce incidents altogether. The region averages 88 fatal crashes each year. Public transportation. Transit, also known as public transportation, is provided by 3 service providers within the El Paso Metropolitan Planning Organization, MPO area. The Sun Metro provides service in the urban parts of the region, while El Paso Transit Authority, ETA, and South Central Regional Transit District, SCRTD, provide rural services. Roadway traffic. Traffic volume is an important basis for determining the kind of improvements needed on a highway or a street facility, and is a crucial consideration in the transportation planning process as it indicates how busy a roadway is. This map highlights roadways with the highest traffic counts in thick orange. Freight network. El Paso has a robust freight transportation system that serves the movement of goods and chiefly supports international trade between the U.S. and Mexico. This movement is done primarily with highway and rail, but air freight, pipelines, international crossings, and other intermodal facilities play a critical role in the region's freight infrastructure. Bicycle and pedestrian. Pedestrians and bicyclists have the highest level of severe outcomes in crashes, but having a protected network of facilities can reduce negative outcomes. Locally, there are over 450 miles of bicycle infrastructure of various types, including dedicated on-street bike lanes, hike and bike pathways, and others. As this presentation comes to an end, We want to invite you to tell us your thoughts. You can provide feedback online by visiting the project website or scanning the QR code on the screen. Thank you for taking the time to visit this virtual open house, and we look forward to hearing from you.